Oh, hi there. Typical phrase. Anyway, some people would deem it unwise for me to talk about this sort of stuff, but you know what? From my perspective, it doesn't seem that way. Anyway, um, at the end of my block, there's been two houses that have been built, and they're supposedly in the process of building them into old folks' homes, which would be honorable. Except the problem is, they're still there. And okay, you take a look at that and go from a capitalist perspective. You go, okay, the house next door to those two houses are on sale. The house next to it isn't. The house next to it is. And then there's my house. And my house is not on sale. Never will be. And then the house next to it is already sold. So from a capitalist perspective, there's a whole chunk of land in front of Central, the area I live in, that is available for development, in their opinion. So I'm kind of like, outraged. It's like, I don't know, the bureaucracy has created a situation where I cannot work uh, to continue paying for my household. As a matter of fact, I have enough income coming into the household, it doesn't even matter. But me working would definitely be a step in the right direction for progress. But I'm not sure they calculated that in their university studied years of experience um, kind of profession. I don't think they cared. I don't think they were smart enough to understand that that was a possibility, that things weren't going to go their way. And that's exactly what it is. I've fallen into a capitalist trap. And this trap isn't going to work because, well, unfortunately, I can make enough money to keep my household going. So, unfortunately, you can go fuck yourselves. Um, and given that the two houses on the end, as admirably as it would have been for them to build those old folks' homes as they wanted to do, in reality, they wanted to take the whole block and build old folks' homes there so they can make money. Because doing things for seniors and then doing things for seniors because you want to make money are two different things completely. And this is not the message they want to hear. They want to think, oh, we don't know anything about it. We don't care, blah, 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 blah. Our house will fold at some point, and therefore they'll be able to come in and pay us bottom dollar for it. Um, there's just one problem in the whole. The problem with the situation, and I'm very, very controlled in how I say this, but there really isn't a peaceful way to say this, but fuck off! You lost! And you're gonna have to deal with it whether you fucking like it or not. Anyway, just had my outburst. It was only a tiny one. It could have been bigger, I suppose, if I were a different person, or if I were actually losing, which I'm not. But my fellow YouTube subscribers who are losing on the other end, um, I don't think they're taking it as well. So look at me as a hypocrite if you want to, but you'll actually be wrong because on the other end, there are some people who just don't like the idea that I'm saying what I'm saying. That's basically it. Freedom of speech is zipped out. And the fact that, I qualified for this house, I pay for this house and all that sort of stuff, don't mean nothing to them. They're the monsters of society. However, I'm the monster because I have shark teeth. Um, that's called discrimination. I didn't do anything to suggest that. But I'm not selling my house over it. That's for fucking damn sure. And I understand losing kind of sucks, but you're gonna have to put up with it. Because the thing is, with those two houses on the end of my block that I was talking to you about, they're worth some money. But if they could grab up the whole block and pay as little as possible, it'd be worth a lot more money, wouldn't it? Except it won't happen because it can't happen because I can afford the income in my household, and so can another house as well. So it's not just me, and it just isn't going to work. I understand that's frustrating. I mean, I don't care because you're cocksuckers, but it is a thing, and through legal repercussions, um, the right and wrong party will be judged accordingly. And I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm in the wrong. Uh, I don't think I'm in the wrong here. Like I just came here to make an honest living and buy a household, and I don't think I've done anything wrong. But there are other parties who feel differently for corrupt reasons. I'm not sure if this video will, come up and bite me in the ass later in life, but if it does, it will be for corrupt reasons. There's no doubt about it. I mean, you look at the evidence, and describing this sort of stuff on the internet for some people would be out of the question, but for me, it makes total sense. Based on everything else I put on the internet. And who I am as a person and how society is as an entity. So I've got to tell you, man, like there's gonna be some guys with money going, I expected to make more money and it's not working out for me, and I'm pissed off. And it's just like, from my perspective, I'm going, oh, more than the smallest violin in the world. It's more like, fuck you. Fuck everything you stand for. And more importantly, I hope you lose a lot of fucking money. Because it's not just because you deserve it. It's because you should never be in a position where deserving it or not deserving it was a question. That's the real reason. Like, why did society allow this? Why did Canada allow this? I'll tell you why Canada allowed this. Because of scumbag bureaucrats. And Justin Trudeau is no different from any of the other ones. It don't matter if I've had a drinky too or not. I'll tell you this. They are scum. They don't deserve respect. And if they're trying to hide their fucking greed behind sanctimonious attitudes and behaviors, that does not make them better people. And if they don't like that answer, then guess what? That's along the lines of, as I've said before, too fucking bad. Because they are scum and they can continue being scum, but they will be seen as being scum. You kind of get where this is going. When people see them as scum and know they are scum, then, their whole plot just ain't gonna work. I mean, how can it work? Like, I've, thought of possibilities of how, from their perspective, how it can work, simply from a scientific point of view. And I'm going, it can't work. If they look like scum and they act like scum, how is that going to benefit them? And this phony personality that Justin Trudeau has of being the nice guy, I'm trying to help people, I'm a good guy, yeah, yeah, yeah. Except we see what you're doing and you're a fucking asshole. Not what you want to hear, but it's what you're gonna hear. So fuck you.